I was born into this family. I didn't choose. We never compared each other. The world did. Why can't two sisters exist?
It is interesting to learn.
Oh my God, y'all already know when I come in here, it still be a little bit wonky. I went from computer screen to computer screen. Let me move my mic back so everybody tells me my mic's not messed up. Anyway, what is up, y'all? It is your girl, Welcome to China, and welcome to my channel. And baby, y'all, first and foremost, let me tell you, we've been on Jamie Lynn's hind parts. So congratulations to us. Congratulations to you all. My name is Welcome to China. If you're new here, I am a content creator. I'm a professional actress. I am a conversationalist. I talk about mental health, pop culture, fashion, unboxings, all the above. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I am on my way to 2,000 subscribers, and I am so close, y'all. So let's get there. We're already here. We got people ready. We're here to go. We already know why we're here, y'all. We're about to get into this Jamie Lynn Spears part 2 of her Call Her Daddy interview. Now, I already know, y'all, this is why we're here. I'm not going to be long-winded. Now, if you have not seen part 1, make sure you guys go to my channel and, look at that. Look at them views. Thank you, y'all. This is for Brittany because I cannot wait. One day I'm gonna be able to interview her. Anyway, if y'all have not seen part 1, Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper, the host, interviewed Jamie Lynn Spears a couple days ago and it went awry. Now we are going to watch her second part when she goes ahead and talks about her conservatorship. So if you guys have not seen this already, go ahead and check that out on my channel and hit that subscribe button right now, and that notification bell is important so y'all know when I post, because I get up, sometimes I'm ready, sometimes I'm not. So I need y'all to make sure that you are here. Make sure you're here. Okay, so hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up for me, and we're about to get into it. So, Call Her Daddy, 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 Daddy. So, the part 1, y'all already said that I was being mean, so I'm gonna tell you guys a few things here. Okay, I'm not getting nicer. Okay, I think the conservatorship is going to piss me off a little bit more than the first part because now we can really hold her accountable. We're done talking about her parents. We're done with all that. So I don't want to hear any extra from you, Karens. You know, people was coming up to me like, oh, you said something about white people. Oh my God. Y'all, listen, I cry in black tears. I'll be all right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Part 2. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up? Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Don't play with me. Don't play with me now. You want to bamba? You guys want to chill with the big boys? See, thank you, Megan. You want to get, y'all are dirty. You want to get with the get. Okay, I'm done. This one is a little bit shorter too. So let's get into it.
I was born into this family. I didn't choose. We never compared each other. The world did. Why can't two sisters exist?
It is interesting to learn. Britney Spears was not the first Spears to take legal action against her parents to be like, I want my life and my money back.
Tell him F off and that no, you're not allowed to. Don't let him in. Like, I don't want him in my life. Or if I do, let it be my choice. Being called a slut. You printed it proudly on your magazine. You said it on national TV. I mean, it was like I was a kid. Somebody should have said.
Y'all already know I'm gonna start talking. I was a kid. I was a kid. I was a kid. So why are you talking about kid things? If you was a kid. Dumbass.
Stop the fucking presses. Give this girl a fucking minute. If she couldn't stand up for herself, then somebody should have. It's like my whole life, I kind of felt like I didn't matter. So it's like I just wish that mattered.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Before we start, I want to know how y'all feel about Call Her Daddy after this interview. Do you feel some type of way against Alex? I watch Call Her Daddy and listen weekly. So I'm an avid listener. I like Alex Cooper. She's done a lot. Now, I don't really care. I think an interview is an interview. You got to get your gains where you get your gains. It was a good interview for her. Obviously, it's so popular. But what do y'all feel about Alex interviewing her? Do you think this is bogus? Like, do y'all feel some type of way about this? Because people were saying that they do. I don't really necessarily. It's kind of like whatever. I just want to see the tea.
Switching gears here, kind of like to like the public perception of you. Social media is like this unnecessary evil that comes with this industry.
Yeah.
And I talk about it with a lot of people that come on my show, and you have been getting annihilated on the internet recently. What are the comments you get that are the most?
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Somebody in the comments said Alex Cooper looks like a mannequin. I don't know why that made me laugh. Does she look like a mannequin?
Most hurtful?
That I didn't do anything to try to help my sister. I very much did many things. People who say that I didn't support, I have tried and true examples of how I supported.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
That's what we all want to hear, right? Come on, let's get into it. Come on. What did you do? Of the many things you did, bitch, what'd you do?
February 1st, 2008, your father files for conservatorship over your sister. Meanwhile, in your life, you are a teenager 4 months away from giving birth. How did you find out that your sister would be put into a conservatorship?
I guess like just kind of like everybody else. I didn't really know what a conservatorship was or anything. So I didn't know what, I just knew that like, okay, the family's gonna help my sister do something. I don't know.
Girl, you don't know shit. You ain't gonna ask what a conservatorship is and why you gonna have control of my sister. Now, I think Jamie Lynn, she keeps saying I don't know, but this is just making her look really stupid. Like, you don't inquire about nothing. You're 18 and now you're a mother, so you're in charge of somebody else, and you can't use Google to know what a conservatorship is. You don't know, girl. Bye. Here we go again, y'all.
I just knew that like that's all. I knew what y'all knew. Like
Yeah.
I did. After what I'd went through with my family the few months before, I just wasn't really having them in my life at that point in time.
Again, to give context, you had just gone through all of this with your parents basically asking you to abort the baby. You say no. You're away in the cabin. Now you're going to have...
I do want to clarify.
Okay.
No one asked me to abort the baby.
Okay.
It was like just like heavily not like advocated that I have the baby. And it was almost like all of these things that happened to me afterwards were like ways of hopefully bending my will. If we make it like horrible enough, maybe she'll like change her mind or something.
And so you stopped talking to your dad because he was like, "Hey, fuck you, you're having it and you're not going to do it my way."
Yeah.
Bye. So he's dealing with Brittany. Your mom
Yeah.
was mostly with you. Then you go to file for the emancipation. Then you don't, but now you've got some of your money. You're trying to figure out your life.
Yeah.
And all this is happening, and your father files for conservatorship over your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And so no one really explains.
Y'all, now come on. You know this is rhetorical. She didn't write the damn book. We already know that she didn't write the book. They didn't think this whole thing through. Clearly, that's why Brittany was able to get out of the conservatorship. There was still some holes in it. These people are dumb. These folk are dumb. These are dumb folk. Because I don't understand how you don't know nothing because you didn't write it. Y'all know people write books for other people, but they thought that she would be the good spearhead for the book. She wasn't. Bad. I mean, she was 18. Not many 18-year-olds know what a conservatorship is, but does she not have Google Golden Swan? I think that you would Google something if your sister was about to get into one. So please, I'm not buying it. She just doesn't know anything. Thank you.
It to you.
I don't think I was their favorite person. I don't think they were to call me up and give me a heads up either. Like, I just literally blew up their world again by having a baby. So it's
Right.
like, I don't think they were wanting to include me.
Based on everything you wrote in this book, your father struggled to parent.
Mm-hmm.
What qualified him to be a fit conservator?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the freaking state of California.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't make that choice. This was.
Why is she doing this interview? Oh, I'm sorry. This shouldn't have been the person to have this conversation about the conservatorship. They might as well brought her mama or her parents on here. Jamie Lynn is the worst spearhead for a tell-all interview I have ever seen. I mean, I don't know. What do you know, fool? Ugh.
Was a freaking court system who did. But I will say that I think that, you know, I do think that, like, obviously someone found a need for something, but I wasn't like, who am I to say? I mean, that's obviously a legal thing that had to go through a lot of approval.
You write in the book, on June 23rd, 2021, my sister broke her silence in regard to the oppressive nature of her 2008 conservatorship. You describe the conservatorship as oppressive. When did you come to realize that this setup was infringing on Brittany's rights?
You have to understand, since I was 17, she's been in the conservatorship for 13 years. I've never known anything different as an adult.
Yeah.
So, like, what do I know what's normal and what's not? Like, this seemed to be the way things were. So for me,
She seems like she just took a lot of step back in life and didn't some steps back from these situations, which I get. But why are you commenting on them if you just took a step back? You should just said I took a step back from everything and not write the book, not say nothing. So why are you writing this book about the conservatorship and Brittany being in it if you had nothing to do with it? You don't understand it, fool.
she told me she was wanting to. She didn't like the way certain things were happening, so I gave her the number of judges. I put her in I talked to her lawyer on the phone, which blew up in my face, and everybody turned against me.
Why?
Because I guess maybe that lawyer wasn't going to get a paycheck if he didn't have a job. So why did he need me fucking infringing on his rights? Right?
So when you say that your sister like finally was just like, I don't like this setup, like when exactly?
I think it was like, for me, she just kind of felt like maybe she didn't want anything to do with any of this shit anymore, you know? And if that's
Right.
the case, then like, that's the case.
Totally.
Like, whether I agree with it or not, like, that's her decision. Like,
But-
one particular time we were in Hawaii, we went on this trip together, and we obviously are like with our kids there, and we're every night just staying up talking or whatever. And like, that was really when one of the times I can remember hunkering down with her, and like, she was expressing things to me, which obviously are her things to express. But into my point of view, it felt like things she deserved to have the right to talk to somebody. So I did. I spoke with her lawyer and I told him a lot of shit, and it went nowhere. And then people got mad at me.
Do you know around when is this? Like how far into the conservatorship?
Probably can look on like I don't know. You probably look on Instagram or something. Whenever
Yeah.
we went to Hawaii, that was
Okay.
one of the times.
Okay.
Many other times, me and my husband, I do know some judges, and we did have some stuff looked into.
So who's gonna go on Instagram and check when they went to Hawaii how long this was ago? Let me know. But anyway, I'm just kind of confused still because she's not getting down to the square facts of what she did. Like I'm just like I get like you reached out to the lawyers. Did you not talk to your parents? Like, I get that, but like go to the root, right? Like mom and dad, or I mean dad, like, but I guess if she's scared of dad and she's not. So all right, she's saying that she did give it a try. So I'm like, what do y'all think?
And we told my sister many times all she had to do was go live out of state for 6 months and the conservatorship will be absolved because she'll take residence in another state. I told her this many times. That was my understanding of it. Obviously, I felt like if she spoke with the judge and these different people a bit more, that she could make the decision she wanted to, because that's a very, and by the way, from my understanding, if she wanted to end it, then that was what I was going to support. So I kept telling her, all you got to do, come live with me in my shithole in Louisiana. Like, come.
She's under a conservatorship. She can't just say, I don't want it anymore. Oh my God.
Come on. Let's, whatever. And I don't know why. I don't know why that option wasn't something that she wanted to follow through with. Well, and I get she does have children, so obviously, but for me, it was like, I put myself on the line a couple times with some people that.
Thank you. Trip was in 2016. So she said this was the first time, last picture together. Thank you so much for that. You're a real warrior for that. So last time they were pictured together, 2016. So that's 6 years ago. So let's see.
That, trying to help her in this situation that she said she needed help in, and pissed a lot of people off quite a few times. And so I don't know why wouldn't she clarify that? I don't know.
I feel like to the world right now, like nobody knows you ever tried to help her.
Oh no. And by the way, why was I going to go out and like say those kinds of things, like, and then maybe that blow up in my face? I kind of was thinking, like, when I talked to her lawyer, like he would like
what is going to blow up in her face? I think she's just referring to her parents, because no one else on socials, media outlets, all that stuff would be like, oh no, she's trying to get Brittany out of conservatorship. Wow, what the hell? I think she's not telling us. Well, then what was the big scary thing under the bed that was stopping you?
Like, use this and helpful. This is like, he went and told me that I told them that.
So he went and told on you to like your dad and everyone that like the
because the thing is, I think that maybe my dad was maybe the face. There's a lot of people behind there. Yeah. I think it was more of like the lawyers and whoever it was. And, I was basically like, it all got regurgitated to me, everything I said from the other side. And I was like, oh my God.
Why have you never said any of this to the critics that are like, wow?
Exactly. Why have you not clapped back? Listen, when somebody is lying or somebody's lying on you, you're quick to be like, listen, that's a lie. Think what you want. I did help my sister, this, that, and the third. Here are the facts. We're celebrities. We already know what they do. They post the screenshots. So get off my back. I have the same question, Alex. Why did she wait so damn long? It makes no sense because I don't believe her.
Wow, you were on the conservatorship, which we'll get to, but it's like, what, like people that are like, you never tried to help her. You're literally sitting here being like, I was looking up things.
I kind of just thought that, like, I never thought that I'd get grouped into this hatefulness because I knew that I'd always tried to help and stuff. So then I was thinking in my head, like, this, I'm never going to have to speak if I always did the right thing. Like, to me, it was like, why would I have to say anything? Like, she knows it. Like, we know it. Like, why would I have to say anything?
What do you think everyone that's like?
Because you are a celebrity and that's the life that you chose. And your sister, Brittany, is the biggest pop star of all time. Sorry.
Threatening your life on the internet, like, want you to do?
I think they just want me to not exist. And if I do exist, it needs to be to support, someone else's life. And I think that I can exist and also support, but also protect myself.
I think that what is bothersome for a lot of these critics, there was a period of time where you were involved in the conservatorship. And
wrong. Never involved in the conservatorship. Never, not once. There are legal documents that I can show you, or actually what the media could responsibly put out there, but they don't give an F about those.
Girl, don't leave it to the media to put it out. If you got it, let us see. Like, don't. She's like doing a lot of dodging. Like, come on, because she don't know nothing.
let's
Yes.
talk this through though, because people assume that your name was tied into the conservatorship and so you're guilty. So can you explain why people think you were involved in this conservatorship?
Well, I think because outside of the conservatorship, even if it was you and your sister,
Yep.
my sister asked me to oversee a trust if something were to happen to her.
So Brittany asked you.
Yes. Now, when I was approached by her team of lawyers or whatever, and they were like, well, you have to get a lawyer and do that. I was like, so I did not even follow through with these steps to be a trustee over that will or anything. And that never even had anything to do with the conservatorship.
So legally, there was nothing ever filed.
Nothing. And I can, like, do I have my phone? Really?
This is helpful because on the internet right now,
Child, her Jamie Lynn. Yeah. That side profile, babe. I can't. Like, what happened? Like, Brittany been through hell and hot water and back. She still don't look rough like a sister. And I don't even think Brittany getting a lot done on her face. Jamie Lynn's face is fairly tight, but all that lying, I think her eyebrows need to be arched. Like, how are you 30? Flirty and thriving. This is not what Jennifer Gardner wanted for us. Or whatever the girl they played in that movie. Oh God. Oof.
everyone thinks that whatever you're about to explain was involvement in the conservatorship and you had like a hold on some type of something.
And I would like to just read the actual like statement
No, and you
from
should.
her. From her, this is her team filed these papers that
Dude.
say Jamie Lynn Spears never took the very minimum steps to proceed with any of this.
So you were never involved in the conservatorship.
I never had one part.
Oh, 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 that is what she looked. Y'all are out of control. Y'all make me bad. Oh, no, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't say she looked like Ted Cruz. I know. Y'all didn't say that she looked like Ted Cruz. It is giving Ted Cruz. I know she's about to get to the important part, but it is giving Ted Cruz. Wait. Let me get her back to the side.
And you had like a hold on some type of something.
And I would like to just.
Okay, this is a good one. Ugh. It is giving Ted Cruz. It is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Can y'all stop? Can y'all stop, please? This is too much. I'm done. I'm done with y'all. All right. I'm done with y'all.
Just read the actual like statement
No, and you
from
should.
her.
Because on the internet right now, everyone thinks that whatever you're about to explain was involvement in the conservatorship and you had like a hold on some type of something.
And I would like to just read the actual like statement
No, and you
from
should.
her. From her, this is her team filed these papers that
Dude.
say Jamie Lynn Spears never took the very minimum steps to proceed with any of this.
So you were never involved in the conservatorship.
I never had one part in anything ever in Britney's conservatorship or her life at all revolving around the conservatorship. Jamie Lynn Spears was never involved in any capacity in the conservatorship.
Wait, y'all, we got to go back because I think we were still laughing. What did she pull out of the text? Or unless she just said a whole bunch of nothing. I'm sorry. I had to go back.
Some type of something.
And I would like to just read the actual like statement
No, and you
from
should.
her. From her, this is her team filed these papers that
Dude.
say Jamie Lynn Spears never took the very minimum steps to proceed with any of this.
So you were never involved in the conservatorship.
I never had one part in anything ever in Britney's conservatorship or her life at all revolving around the conservatorship. Jamie Lynn Spears was never involved in any capacity in the conservatorship. Legally documented, factually documented by her own team.
Why do people think you were involved in it?
Well, when you're in a conservatorship, everything you do has to be reported to the court. It's like if she buys this or does that, it's all has to be reported because the court has to be held accountable for, heaven forbid, the worst happens or something. They are legally
Got it.
the court put her in this. They have to be.
See, they thought, thank you, Shay. See, they thought that they were being slick by not having her name on it. But somehow, the man she married to, the father of one of her children, is on his sister-in-law's conservatorship.
Accountable for everything that goes on under it. During this time, one of the things that happened was my sister asked me if something were to happen to her, would I oversee a trust for her boys? So that means that, like, if something were to happen to my sister, would I make sure that, this was allocated correctly to her boys?
Brittany, don't allocate it. Don't let her allocate shit. Brittany, if you're watching this, Brittany, I know we getting some views. Don't let her allocate nothing. I believe that you're not after your post, sis. I would not do that, Brittany. Marry that young man, good, bad, or indifferent. Listen, he loves you. Start over, babe. Get one of your other old assistants or the other lady that was like your mama. Listen, the boys are old now, too. They damn near probably 16, right? They 15, 16. They good. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you now, Brittany. You'll be good and old by then, babe. We don't need nothing. Jamie Lynn, that is over with. Because she would have took the money from the kids. Who already knows how much K-Fed is getting? Girl,
I never even became the trustee of this thing, and that is documented by her team. They filed papers.
Do you want to read something from it?
In the court approved First Amendment to the SJB Trust in 2018, the SJB Trust modified to have Jamie Lynn Spears appointed as trustee. Petitioner is informed. This is her people's team. And believes that Jamie Lynn Spears never undertook any of these steps to actually become trustee, which I didn't do the minimum task. I just didn't follow through with it. It just didn't feel like something I should do.
There were things on the internet saying that for a couple months and then like you were taken off of it. What is that?
Because they petitioned to put me on it.
Got it.
And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But I didn't really know what I was like. And then when I saw that it
So you don't know nothing. You're getting your name on a petition. Keep in mind, y'all been around campuses, outside. Sign this petition. I ain't signed no petition. What you stand for? You're still a celebrity. You have, I'm sure she has $1 million in her bank account or something. Whatever. She has some money on her. You just signing petitions, putting your name on stuff, and you don't know nothing? Girl, this make you sound worse because you're lying. Ted. Lying, Ted. Y'all. I'm telling you, people gonna be in my comments telling me I'm mean because I can't. She has the nose and the face of Ted Cruz. That is so true. It's the nose and the eyes for me.
It was going to be like me approving of. I was like, oh no! Like I just said no. I said I don't want to be a part of it.
So you were going to have to get like, really involved, and you were like,
I just said no. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to. These things were filed with the court. Like, why wouldn't anybody report that?
Is there a reason you haven't posted it on your social media?
Because I think, like, out of context, people are going to be like, oh, what is this? But I think that, like, obviously now if people come for me, I'm just going to start posting all my text messages.
Girl, you should have started posting and doing all this. Like, I don't get why this didn't happen because you're going to have to doctor up all this and backtrack. Like, and I wanted to comment on this as well. I agree. Her energy is just dark. Her energy is just like not, it is dark. It is very dark. I wouldn't want to be friends with her, surround myself with her. Like, I'm good.
And all my stuff. And like, I'm done taking pictures. Like, here's just receipts. That's it.
Playing devil's advocate. Brittany didn't have access to her phone. Jamie Lynn, you have a platform. People would have listened to you help your sister. Why did you not speak out on social media or to the public when you discovered the conservatorship was oppressive?
As far as I'm concerned, I would message her and I would talk to her, and I had full access to talk to her. I was in contact with her as well as when I put her in contact with the judges and the legal people.
Why does everyone on the internet think that she didn't have a phone?
I don't know, but I know, she had her phone. I know that because like I would, I would
talk to her.
But there was certain times where I wouldn't understand why, but she would block me or whatever it was. And I felt like I didn't.
All this interview is going to do is confuse us even more about what is going on. I don't I don't want to hear it. I mean, Jamie Lynn's already ruined this, but me personally, I don't want to hear any more conversations about Britney unless it's coming from Britney's mouth. And I feel it coming this year that Britney is going to do her tell-all interview. I think somebody in my comments said she may be doing it with Oprah. I don't know. That's like a rumor. Um, but I think if these questions were given to Britney, she would 100% tell us the truth, unbiasedly, not because it's her life, but we want to hear somebody who's going to give us answers. We're getting all these. Alex is bringing up all the questions. Alex is a good interviewer. She's bringing up all the questions we want to ask, but we're not getting any answers. So we're going to leave this interview still like, what the hell, Jamie?
Like, I didn't understand sometimes, like, where or what my position was or how I could be helpful, but also I was dealing with my own dynamics in our relationship. And I was getting to a place where mine and her relationship was becoming a bit more challenging.
See, now she's going to say that she was feeling some type of way and something was going on with the relationship between her and Brittany. So now, if her and Brittany are on the outs, you already know this conservatorship and all this is not going to go smooth. Jamie Lynn is a foul broad. So I already know that she's going to get into the mix now and not tell us. But listen, it's coming. She about to spew out some BS right now.
And unhealthy for me, where it's I could be helpful, but also I was dealing with my own dynamics in our relationship. And I was getting to a place where mine and her relationship was becoming a bit more challenging and unhealthy for me, where at some point I had to protect myself too. And like outside of the conservatorship or anything, like mine and her relationship was becoming to a point where I needed to also set boundaries and healthy boundaries with her. But as I've mentioned
What did she do? What was she doing? Since you were so quick to say she's pulling knives and acting erratic, what did she do?
previously, anytime she told me she wanted help, I gave her the chances and the opportunities and the people to help her. She knows all of that. Why wouldn't she just have clarified that and stopped all of this? That's where I don't understand. But I do know that these are factually true statements and everything. Like, I have to at some point speak for myself, or what? Spend the rest of my life being bullied and there's absolutely no truth to some of these things. Like, I have.
We gave you an opportunity to speak for yourself a whole hour a couple days ago and you said a whole bunch of nothing. You weren't speaking for yourself because it's nothing in your life has happened or been interesting since Zoe one-on-one. So like that's been her whole. She ain't do no movies, no TV, nothing. She's still in Louisiana. So that's what I'm saying. Like the book would have to be about Britney Spears. Jamie Lynn would only have a couple of chapters. It'd be 100-page book. Makes no sense.
Have to speak up for myself the same way I want everyone to speak up for themselves.
Britney posted to social media vague allegations referencing a lack of support from her family and those who should have helped. Everyone assumed she was talking about you. Who did you understand her to be talking about in these posts?
Quite literally, I felt like a lot of them were directed at me at times too. And it made me feel like, why is she doing this to me? And I've messaged her about these things. And then she clarified with me that she was sorry she went on that, rant on social media. And she texted me that she knew I had nothing to do with this and that, she was just taking it out or whatever.
Oh, so now I'm gonna interrupt the interview now for you, Roddy Colt Chris. You look like you're rotting over there, Roddy, like a rotten apple. Roddy, rotten apple. Girl, well, why don't you figure out how to pull it up yourself? You're giving Jamie Lynn Karen Cruz right now. It's a reaction video. I react. And you're about to get blasted, fool. Y'all, I said this on my last video. I do reaction videos. Go watch it on your own. Child, she wish. This girl, look at this lady, Roddy Cockleris. Girl, you look like you're riding. You better get off my damn page, Roddy.
But it kind of has continued on. And that feels like I feel a bit helpless. Like I don't know what else to do except for what I've always done is to continue to love and support her, but also like respectfully speak up for myself, because I can sit here and allow you to make any choices you want, but do not attack me and my family and expect me to not sit there and say something.
Yeah. In the book, you provide a text message that basically clears your name, Jamie Lynn.
Yeah, and I wish that she would share that.
Can you?
I wish that she would share that. I wish that she would share that. Brittany already shared, because when Brittany shared, it's gonna be over with. So I don't think she want Brittany to share. I'm ready. They made it seem like in a clip she's gonna read the text message from Brittany. Where is this? It was the Ted Cruz and cottage cheese for me. That was hilarious, dude.
Read the text. Can you pull out your phone and read the text?
I mean, why not? I mean, like, you know what? Everybody else gets to go on social media and say whatever the F way want. I might as well just actually say something truthful.
And you're saying that you have a text from your sister that's clearing
And
your
like
name.
what breaks my heart is like we were talking about the kids and stuff, and like I thought things were cool, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, I wake up to a fucking hate message on social media, and I'm just like, what's going on? I don't get it. Do you understand how traumatizing that is for me? The up and down of like I think we're cool and we're talking about my kids, and the next day I get like all these threats on social media because you backhandingly said something or made sweeping allegations with the word the family. Like, I don't know what family you're talking about, but I shouldn't be included in that. And you should clarify that, because it's heartbreaking to me to be up and down all the time. And like, I don't know, I want to support you, but I can also not put mine and my children's life.
I think Jamie Lynn wanted us to like pity her and like think Britney Spears is a bad person. Y'all, we'll never think Britney Spears is a bad person. Britney Spears could probably be the worst person in the world, probably. Hey, let's say Jamie Lynn telling all the truth. Britney, wild, horrible. Girl, we don't care. She's given us so much music. Boys, outrageous. When I met, I'm stronger than yesterday. Girl, it ain't nothing but her way, okay? Her loneliness ain't killing her no more, okay? She's stronger than she ever thought that she could be. I'm sorry, I'm done. I used to go with the flow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Into the chaos because of one day you're okay with me and the next day you're not. That's in any relationship. There's so many, but I mean, honest to God, like I felt I was so hurt. It was horrible. They did me. No, there's Lori press because I'm trying to. Now I look like a bitch, and I was hurt. And I think the most one that she says to me, "I know it's not your fault, and I'm sorry for being so angry at you. Although I'm your big sister, I need you more than you need me, and always have." Which I feel like I've always needed her, but I don't understand how this could be said one minute and then the next minute I'm like kind of being attacked on social media.
Girl, this text that she gave was a whole bunch of still nothing. What was said that was so wrong? Let me go back. Hit him with the mm-mm. If you're still here, y'all, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell and that thumbs up, okay? I got almost 200 people in here. When I get off, I should have 200 thumbs up, okay? I'm just saying. Now, hit that subscribe button. I'm on my way to 2,000 subscribers. All I need for y'all is to share this video for me so I can continue to grow my channel, y'all. I'm not even gonna sit up here and cry because this is I feel so blessed to have 200 people in here with me, able to talk to me about what is going on. And it feels like we are talking to each other in True Vlogs. It does. So it is a reason for reaction. I don't have nobody who wants to talk to me about this all day, but I have 200 people here who wants to talk to me about this shit. So I can appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into it. Sorry. I got to take it back to see what she said in the text message. I still don't get it.
More than you need me and always have. Which there's so many, but I think the most one that she says to me, "I know it's not your fault, and I'm sorry for being so angry at you. Although I'm your big sister, I need you more than you need me and always have." Which I feel like I've always needed her, but I don't understand how this could be said one minute and
She has no empathy, no remorse, no nothing. Your sister clearly struggles from mental issues. I have generalized anxiety disorder. I have very bad anxiety. I take medication every day for my anxiety. Me as Chynna. Welcome to Chynna. I do not surround myself with people who minimalize my anxiety, how I feel, what is going on. But I know sometimes, even if I'm the oldest, or even if I'm, hey, the more successful, I will sometimes need someone to talk to about how I'm feeling and somebody to empathize my mind and my thoughts because I suffer from mental illness. Mental illness is nothing wrong with it. If you take your meds, you're good. If you do cognitive therapy, you're great. But this woman has absolutely no empathy. She's like, well, I thought that I would need you. Your fucking sister clearly is struggling mentally and has her whole life. I want to know if they're in therapy at the end of the day. Have they went through family therapy? The message that Brittany, the only thing she said was one text message with not a date, not a time, no context, saying that she still loves you. Girl, bye.
And then the next minute, I'm like kind of being attacked on social media, but like I
Yeah.
just don't understand why even say this to me.
And when those moments happen on social, like, do you text her and be like, hey, Britt, I'm getting some crazy DMs. Like, can you clarify that that's not about me?
Philippa, I hope I said that right. I don't think it's an unpopular point of view. We discussed it on my last video. If y'all haven't watched part 1, check that out on my page. Yes. I talk a lot of shit. I do comics. Like, I'm funny. I do all that. But at the root of the cause is it is a dysfunctional family. I don't think the extraneous therapy has been done. No way. I'm sure Brittany has seen more therapy than the family as a whole. They don't have any tools at all. I agree. That's all that it comes down to. And Jamie Lynn is still foul. So she doesn't help the situation. She's not as willing.
Do I really respond to what her response was to that? My sister, when
You text her and be like, hey, Britt, I'm getting
Who is this person that she's talking to the side? I need they to screen this camera over.
some crazy DMs. Like, can you clarify that that's not about me?
do I really respond to what her response was to that? My sister, when I told her about me getting all the threats, she said that she never talks about my kids, so what the fuck am I talking about? But I mean,
Thank you. Mental health is important. I had to say that here. This woman, Brittany, didn't even say nothing that bad. She said she didn't talk about your effing kids. She act like Brittany sent this whole message that was foul and terrible. Brittany said, I ain't saying nothing about your fucking kids, you stupid. That's what I would have said to you too. Oh, she's a victim.
my sister, when I told her about me getting all the threats, she said that she never talks about my kids, so what the fuck am I talking about? But I mean, literally, I don't think she cares. I don't know. Like, I don't know what.
I don't know. What context was this? Brittany said she didn't talk about her kids, and I believe Brittany wouldn't talk about her kids. Majority of people know that that's like not touchable. Girl, get off my phone.
To say, like, I don't know how to. I mean, that's her message. Like, I told her. I mean, like.
So you're sharing though with her that how much this is hurting you. And her responses are just like, well, I'm keeping your kids out of it. But she's also clarifying in text that she knows it's not your fault.
Yeah, and it's, the thing is like, just as confused as everyone else is, I'm just as confused or more confused because
Y'all have a text conversation. I'm gonna let this ride for a little bit. It's just all bullshit. I keep interrupting because I hate when people lie. It's a big pet peeve of mine. I just hate it.
I know the truth. She knows the truth. I mean, there's even factually documented truthful events of me not being a part of any of this. And I just think that it's so painful for me to like feel the up and downs of like, she'll message me, she's sorry, and that she knows I had nothing to do with this. And then we'll kind of like, shoot the shit for a minute. And then like 2 days later, I'm like, I don't understand. And then she, won't talk to me for a while. And then I'll get a message that she's sending in stuff to the house. And I'm like, I don't understand. And so on a whole nother level, what people need to understand is like, this is personally hard for me because this is a person I love who is like effing with my heart a little bit. And now my actual life.
You have this text from your sister. You have these texts that you're showing me. And then she unfollows you on Instagram. Why did she unfollow you?
For me, it felt like, why? Why would you want to give them another story to write about this?
Did you ask her?
No, I'm not. I can't at this point
Yeah.
engage in something that has become so unhealthy for me.
Girl, well, keep engaging into it. Get professionals. You have all the resources in the world to get the best professionals who would love to talk to the Spears family, I'm sure, pro bono. Not even about the money. And she's like, it's for my mental health. How are we going to get on like this? Girl, you just wash your hands of the situation because she caught you. Bye.
What good is that going to do? And unfortunately, it's come to the point where I have no other fucking option than just to lay out the facts.
Have you ever directly asked Brittany to defend your name on social media?
I told her to please stop posting, that it is now affecting not only me, but my children. And this was from the very beginning, where it was just like whispers that my daughter would hear her friends say, or like people at school say. And that took me back to my childhood and being like, fuck no, that's not happening to my kid. No, we're not. So I came at Mama Bear being like, look, you need to stop. And to this day, I still would be there for her in any single way. But I can't be there for you to the point that I'm allowing you to now spin false narratives about me and cause pain and harmful things to me and my children. I'm sure that in some way or another, everyone will assume that this is a book about Brittany, and it's not. It's a book about me and my story. But of course, people just, take the clickbait lines. I can't help that I have experiences with my sister.
Yeah.
Whether she worked at the local grocery store or she was a big Popeye con, I still have experiences I went through with my family. And I'm allowed to share them, and they should matter, and they shouldn't be diminished.
There's something towards the end of the book that to me summarized your parents and what they put you guys through. And you write, my siblings and I have been traumatized by the distorted vision my parents have of loyalty and success, the impact of exposure, and the flip side of fame. No one protected me from the backlash of my sister's struggles or prepared me for what our silence would cost all of us. Why do you think people ignore and refuse to acknowledge that you were raised by the same exact people as Britney Spears? That's your father. That's Britney's father. And for some reason, people they're acting like you are.
Like, it's okay for that to be her experience, but like I could have the same exact one, but like I don't get any, nobody cares that was my situation too. But what I have to say is that, I mean, we all three have the same parents. That is one thing that we can all agree on.
What is your hope for your family moving forward?
I love my whole family, especially my sister, and I support her no matter what. But I just can't deal in lies. Like there just has to be some truth out there, and I'm allowed to share it.
So now we're halfway through. We got 20 more minutes left. And what did we learn? So can you guys come in the comments and let me know, what did we learn from this whole first part? Yeah, it's just no sisterhood here at all. 192 times she brought up Brittany. We should take a shot every time she say Brittany. We be passed out. I be here. Y'all have to call the ambulance for me, because you be like, this girl on YouTube and passed out. Brittany, we would have been alcohol poisoning. Take a shot every time she say Brittany. How was Brittany sending things to her house with no control of her money? Jamie was like, So now we're going on to the second part, but I want to know what y'all learned from this first part about, did any of our ideas change? Anything? Yeah. People are mad, because she did nothing to help her sister and her money. Yep. So ding, ding, ding.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Cool. So to everyone that is currently listening, that's been listening to this interview.
Bro, are y'all serious? Did Alex Yo, did Alex and Jamie do another? Did Alex and Jamie do another interview after this? Like virtually? And she added this on yesterday? Y'all, what the? The interview was over. Now we're back here. Yeah, Alex, what's going on? Oh my God. Okay, let me stop because I'm surprised about this. I literally didn't know this was gonna happen.
All right, can you hear me?
I can
with
hear
these or
you.
not?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, they had to cut because of the cease and desist. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was so sick yesterday. I was like throwing on stuff. So yeah, I was like off at the count. Oh, okay, okay. All right, it was a jump scare for me. I was like, what the heck? Here you. Oh, Alex. All right, let's go.
Okay. So to everyone that is currently listening, that's been listening to this interview, it is January 18th at 5:14 p.m. and I am doing now a follow-up interview with Jamie Lynn. You're back in Louisiana. As you know, we met for the first time last Tuesday, and we went over a lot in our two-part interview. But a lot has played out since then. You and your sister have been going back and forth on social media. Have you spoken to your sister since our interview last week?
I've tried to, but unfortunately, no.
And
Oh my God! I just talked so I muted myself and I just talked so bad about this woman's eyebrows. I'm sorry, y'all. I was talking about her eyebrows. They are just not arched. They have no arch, and the way she fills them in so heavily here, I cannot stand the eyebrows at all. And the under eyeliner and the smudging, it just seems like she stuck 10 years ago with her makeup. I'm sorry I wasted 10 seconds of your time, but I wanted to get that out. The eyebrows for me, I just cannot stand the eyebrows. They are like not shaped right. Like, girl, like you want us to believe you. Brittany at least gonna put on a dress or be butt naked for us. And we like that body. She be looking good. This hoodie and all this is just like not it. You look sad. Like, okay, but anyway, so she's going to go ahead and now clear up everything that has happened with her and Brittany. So they had to stop the interview because of the cease and desist. Then the part two of the interview, the second half, Jamie Lynn and Alex are now going to do an interview talking about all the things that have came out after that. Caterpillars, me neither. It's bugging me, right? Bugging me, bugging me. Y'all lost your mind. Y'all must be out of y'all mind. Must have lost y'all mind. Y'all are crazy over here. Y'all are absolutely crazy. Let me tell you. Y'all are crazy.
can you clarify? What do you mean by you've tried to and no?
Well, unfortunately, I hated the whole back and forth thing. So I was just like,
last week. Over a lot in our two-part interview, but a lot has played out since then. You and your sister have been going back and forth on social media. Have you spoken to your sister since our interview last week?
I've tried to, but unfortunately, no.
And can you clarify? What do you mean by you've tried to and no?
Well, unfortunately, I hated the whole back and forth thing. So I was just like, just call me, like, you know.
You dropped this horrid interview. Brittany watched it, and you think Brittany gonna want to talk to you, and you're the victim because you kept saying, I don't know, she's not gonna talk to me. You're literally like off, like to her right now. Let me just tell you. Yeah, what she look like she been up here. She don't even look like she been crying. She just looks like she sits and complains and drinks wine to her husband in Louisiana. It's like, why is Brittany doing that? How much money do we have? That's really what this is giving to me. I'm just saying, it ain't doing it for me. If you guys are still here, I'm on my way to 2,000 subscribers. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, so y'all know when I post. I do a lot of different commentary videos, and I'm continuing on after this. But let's see how this goes.
Like, you keep doing that. And then I sent her messages, but I've been blocked for a while. And then I also I did receive some Christmas gifts from her, so I reached out and said thank you for those, and you know, I hope she got mine.
Okay.
And yeah, what an odd time to get gifts, but yeah, that's just the facts.
So there are some additional things from our interview that need clarification. Throughout our interview, you repeatedly state that you made numerous attempts to assist your sister in ending her conservatorship. The world is convinced that you didn't do enough for Brittany. One example you give in this part 2 is you say that you tried to help your sister and there was a trip to Hawaii. But as I'm listening back, like, the story is too vague. It doesn't fully add up.
I'm happy that Alex went back and talked about this. And Selena, miss, I'm sorry, it's a reaction video. So I have to keep explaining that because reading is fundamental. So you are the reason why I had to interrupt again. I just want to point that out. If you figure where you watch it, whatever, you can definitely get off of here, but don't try to milk off of what we got going because we chilling.
So can you go into greater detail about the steps that you took to help your sister and prove why your attempts to free Brittany failed?
Yeah, well, if you're talking about the one time out of all of them in Hawaii in particular, was, I guess it was, I could go back on my Instagram and look when our Hawaii pictures are posted to give you exact dates, but we were there, and during that time we were able to like really spend some sister time. We didn't have any parents with us. It was just us and the kids, and you know, she had like obviously her security and an assistant, and so we got a lot of like real sister time that I don't think we'd had in a while, and we talked a lot about a lot of different things.
Bye. Duh. It's like you came here for the reaction video, idiot. Y'all are so dumb. Not all of y'all, but I'm saying y'all and these people who don't read.
And she expressed to me, you know, she wasn't happy with her situation. And number one, like, that's one thing to not be happy with your situation, but you've got to express that to the people around you. So I kind of did a little bit of digging myself as far as calling just some lawyers or people I know at home. After doing that, then I talked to my sister about some information, not only like personal information I thought maybe could be useful to give to her lawyer at the time to help shut down this whole conservatorship. I kind of put myself on the line because I was sharing details that probably like people would know came from me. You know what I mean? And in doing so, we spoke about it. She said she wanted to do it. So we gave all these facts to her lawyer. And then those same facts were regurgitated to me from the other side of the conservatorship. So I know that he obviously immediately went and told them whatever I said, or any of my efforts were told to the other side of the conservator, and it was shut down immediately. And I just think she needed a new lawyer. Like, he was either comfortable or he just wasn't really there for her. Well, you can disagree with what someone says, but his job was to voice it anyways, you know? So I just felt like she needed new legal representation. That was my overall thing.
When you found out that this lawyer did not act in Brittany's interest and try to implement these things you guys came to him with, but instead went to the conservatorship, what did you do?
Well, then I started saying, like, look, there's other options. Like, you can come, like, this was what I was told. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer. From what I was told, if you have a residence in another state, you can live there for like 6 months or something. You take residence there. And if you don't have a conservatorship in that state, then it makes it to where like you can live there, and that conservatorship in another state, I think, is like null and void. Now, this could be quoting this wrong, but this is what I understood. And so I told my sister, why don't you just come live in Louisiana or whatever you want to, just do that for 6 months. And guess what? It will just dissolve itself. There's nothing anybody can do about that. So that was kind of my next thing. Like, look, if you're not going to get the help you need, then just take yourself out of it. And so that was my next thing, is kind of pushing for that, as well as trying to connect her with, you know, we know some people around here who could probably help out. And so I put her in connection with them. She did speak to them on the phone a few times. And even like when I wasn't there, like I had connected her, gave her a phone call. She did speak to them. My biggest thing was just pushing for her to just like, if you can't do anything else, just like come home, say you're coming for a week, just stay for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, or that was the next option I thought was going to probably be the best one. After this experience, I very quickly realized that this lawyer did not seem to be acting in her best interest. So that is when I started obviously telling her, like, campaigning for her to perhaps get a new lawyer. And then trying to get her to.
You know what? Hey, Rain, can you let us know in the comments about that Popcorn Planet video? Because I want to do a reaction to it and watch it. We can watch it together. He's supposed to be talking to Jamie Lynn's, the first son's aunt. I mean, the first daughter's aunt, or who? And what is this interview? I'm gonna try and look it up now because I want to see that. We exposing over here.
You come home and find other ways around it because of the 6 month thing where you can live out of state and take residence, because she already has residence in other states. And then that way it dissolves the conservatorship.
You say that you told your sister this, and I can already see people will say, no, you didn't. That's a lie. You don't have proof. Do you have proof that you told your sister this information about her lawyer?
Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I do.
How's she gonna come to this interview with no proof of nothing, because she don't have nothing? She should have just left it, bro. Like, this is just a waste again. A waste. A waste, a waste, a waste, a waste, a waste. A waste. Okay, and then here for these people, Miss Heather Karen Sharp. I highly enjoyed watching the interview, but you got to keep bringing up race. Listen, I bring up race because race and cultural differences make a difference of how we are in the world, the way we act, our personalities, who we are, who we're not. So please, I'm not going to ignore that Jamie Lynn Spears is a privileged white woman who is rich and blessed enough to be the sister of Jamie Lynn Spears. It is not irrelevant in reality. It's very relevant in her reality. I especially don't empathize with her being rich, wealthy, and still shitting on her sister. So I bring up and say whatever. I even toned it down for y'all who was saying those comments. But those things do matter. She still be giving sad white girl. I'm saying it.
I mean, I've done it on numerous occasions, but during that time, I kind of sent her a message, and then I also thought maybe I was blocked from her, so I sent it to her boyfriend. Do you want me to just like read it?
I mean, I think if to clarify, it would be helpful to, if you have proof that you were trying to help.
Am I really stereotyping? Stereotypes exist for a reason. People start them. So yes, people do get set into stereotypes, and people are real life stereotypes as well. Yes.
Help your sister out of the conservatorship, I think it would give people more context that, like,
yeah. All right. How far back do you want me to go? I mean, okay, I have this one because this one I know it's like double fact, because I sent this to her and I sent it to her boyfriend. So it's like, there's no way that, like, I feel like this didn't go through, even though I didn't get a response.
Can you give us the date and the time that this was sent?
I can send you the screenshots too, but November 11th, 2020, 10:45 p.m. And then I resent it to her boyfriend the next morning. So just a double
She hit the nail on the head again. I said this is an urban channel. I know I'm fair light skinned. I'm black, so I'm gonna always have a view and lens of a black person. So if y'all don't want to hear black commentary, then just find somebody who's not black, or somebody who you can relate to talk about it. But hey, only non-POC people are always going to be offended. It's the sensitivity and the fragility for me. But y'all kept, tearing me up about it. Stereotypes exist for a reason, child. Bye.
confirmed November 12th, 2020 at 9:47 a.m. This is really bizarre that I'm doing this. Brittany, read important info that you should know because it seems concerning to me.
Y'all, I messed that all the way up. I'm so sorry. I hope y'all read this because I sure was on mute and I was trying to be nice and read it. Anyway, Mom and her lawyers have been in constant contact with Sam Ingram about everything, and I have first found that strange since you and Mom are not even speaking. I did not understand why Mom would be involving herself or inserting her opinion to your lawyer, especially if you did not ask her to. I quickly realized when Mom's focus has been on Dad and her personal attack on him. Yeah, the mom's never going to let up on the dad. It's clear. Yeah, the mama's never going to let up on the daddy. I think she has your lawyers fighting more for her agenda because she wants to, shit on the dad. I believe that that's true. Um, okay. I think she's has her lawyer fighting more for her agenda than yours, and it's only delayed your progress and cost you more money. If Sam tries to deny working with Mom's lawyer or his constant contact with Mom, then we can all get on the phone and I'll be sure that he admits the truth because I have read the messages and heard the conversations. He's also made so many mistakes at his last court date, which is why you were denied once again.
Number one, I actually put the number one. Mom and her lawyers have been in contact, not ask her to. Lawyer tries to deny working with Mom's lawyers or his constant contact with Mom, then we can all get on the phone and I'll be sure he admits the truth because I have read the messages and heard the conversations. He also made so many mistakes the last court date, which is why you were denied once again. I don't know if he did such a bad job on purpose, but it's strange that a lawyer would leave so many open holes in his petition, which made it an easy denial. He is trying to create an ongoing fight with someone who isn't trying to fight. And it's clear that your lawyer loves the attention he's getting from your public legal battle. And he goes out of his way to keep his false narrative going so that he can continue to put on a show in the courtroom and get all of the press that he wants from your court dates. And he absolutely loves all the attention he gets from the Free Britney fans. He thinks it's his fan club now, which is so weird to me. Also, I will never forget that time that we were in Hawaii and I was trying to help you figure out the conservatorship situation. And you called your lawyer for his help and he sat there and listened to us. But as soon as we hung up, he immediately called and said that I needed to be watched because I was trying to take down the conservatorship. He turned on you in a second, which is why I never trusted him. 2, Dad wants to resign and has for some time now. He would like to quit wasting time and money on all of the lying lawyers and be able to directly speak with you to assure that no one is speaking for you. And that will make his resignation process a lot faster because Dad has been aware of the relationship between Mom's lawyers.
Sorry, I agree with race, its scientific effect on us, although white tears are demonized and shamed within our society. Last time I checked, I was really the only person that was saying something about like white tears. I'm just saying it's been a lot more poor, a lot more privileged. Okay, we'll say in the same race, white people who still have said, listen, Jamie Lynn, you're overdoing it. You're still privileged just in general as a person. So I don't necessarily think that it's demonized. It is white tears.
And your lawyer. So he wanted to speak to you himself to make sure everything being said and done by them was truly what you wanted. But your lawyer will not allow Dad to speak to you at all, which only drags out this legal process for you. And that clearly benefits your lawyer because he gets more money the longer this can keep going, which is why I believe your lawyer is supporting Mom and her lawyers, creating more reasons to stay in court over money and other issues that have nothing to do with Dad being removed as the conservator of your estate, which I assume is what you want the most. Pretty obvious, right? Okay, number 3. I actually spoke to Dad and he is more than willing to agree to drop all this extra legal crap, extra lawyers, extra court dates that keep creating that they keep creating only for you to keep getting denied and letting you down each time. If you're willing to speak with him and start the actual legal process of getting what you want, then dad is on board with that as well. Number 4, I have nothing to gain or lose in this situation, no matter what happens with the conservatorship, but I'm.
Oh Lord, y'all, this is why I like doing reaction videos, because we be on our phone. I don't like when people throw the race card. It was no race card, and I would be pulling the race card because I'm black and I don't have the privilege of the white people. I have some oh shit, y'all, she got some African American in her, and she don't do that. Martita Lopez, child, you are white passing. So on the street, nobody gonna treat you like a Negro or a brown person, girl. I know that I am fair skinned. And I know that people treat me different than people who are darker than me. So please, please, honey, you got some African American in you. Y'all, she got some African American in her. Oh no. Oh, I got 2 black friends and I got 2% of Cherokee in me too. Girl, bye. I hate when people do this.
Sick of seeing this whole thing just keep going in circles. So I figured I should see if I could help. I'm upset that it's led to me not speaking to mom, but I think that it's the right thing to do for now, so that you know everything and aren't constantly being fed bullshit. I have no reason to send you this other than I love you. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm here if you need anything. Love you. Ugh. And so that is what I sent to her and to her boyfriend. And yeah, that's it. And I just feel, I feel bad reading messages, but you know what? That's not anything anybody, like, I said those things and there's proof to it. So like, I can stand behind it.
Why did you stop talking to your mom?
That was a really hard time. Because I wanted her to stop inserting herself in the conservatorship. And so I didn't understand why we were bringing more people into the conservatorship as opposed to like taking them out. I don't know. But I didn't speak to her, and I thought maybe that too would like show like Brittany like how committed I was to her. Like if she had an issue with her, I was like, I wanted to like be there, I guess. I don't know. It was stupid, I guess.
Did the public know that your mom was involved?
Well, my mom she got lawyers recently to try and remove dad. And that was really complicated to me because I was like, now you and dad are fighting each other. And then what about, like, it just really confused me. Like at the end of the day, like that didn't seem like the right way to go about it to me. It just seemed like then it became a whole nother legal battle. And that was really hurtful to me because I'm just like, oh, now we're fighting in court. It's like, what about the real thing, which is Brittany?
So I think, you reading this text message clarifies a lot. And
this isn't going to make a lot of people very happy that I just read that, but I did. So there we go.
So when did your sister, so you start sending these to your sister and she wasn't answering? Do you think she didn't have her phone? Like, why do you think she didn't answer?
She would block me on and off, and for different reasons. I don't really know sometimes. So then I would just send it to her boyfriend or her assistants, and I would just say, for Brittany, for Brittany.
Could you show like what is the next thing that Brittany texted you?
This is like painful. Like, I promise I am like paying attention, but I'm just like, okay, is this over yet? Like, let's get through it to get through it. But like, I'm like, come on. Like, this is like, you could have just sent it to Alex and she would have read it to us.
That was sent in, that was the one that I sent about that long one was in November of 2020. And I sent a bunch of other messages in between then. Then the next time that I heard from her was December 8th.
I almost muted myself. I have really been digging to figure out how I can help you, and I looked into details of whatever treatment place they put you in. that I never knew about. I was able to find out Sam Egram, your lawyer, the one who looked into it, and I believe even toured it, and it was the best place for you to go. I don't even know if you knew that, but I was super surprised by that information. I'm going to keep trying to contact you, even if you don't ever respond. I have proof as well. So none of these are saying delivered. Happy birthday, we love you. Please call me. Girl, like she wasn't trying that hard. She just sending text messages. Like I need to see my sister. Who has siblings in here? Is like, forget whatever the heck is going on. If I need to see my brother, my sister, my family, be mad at me. What's going on? What's up? I'm here. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
2020.
What did she say?
Does that work?
Yeah.
You can see all my messages.
And can you read what that says?
It says, I'm not sure Mama told you, but I really thought the gift you guys got me was so freaking sweet. Thanks, and miss y'all. And that was because I sent her this big like dress up setup for her birthday, and they went there and they set it up. And at first I didn't hear from her, but I still, I wanted to send her something for her birthday, like that she knew, like I'm never going anywhere. I'm still gonna aggravate the hell out of you. And so she did. She thanked me. I mean, because her birthday is December 2nd.
But so she never acknowledged those texts.
No, and obviously it had to have just been blocked or something, because she didn't, like, sometimes she changes her number a good bit or whatever. And so this came from the same number.
But you did send it to her boyfriend.
Yes, twice.
So at a certain point, you were fighting against the conservatorship and you were getting iced out by people, you're saying, because you started fighting against it.
I'm basically telling her that, your lawyer's not really doing a great job or whatever, in my opinion. And I guess for her, that was probably like, well, then who do I go to? What do I do with this?
Right.
No, I just think after all of this, she's coming to her senses, like, y'all have been fucking me this whole time, and this is not right.
So like I could imagine that too. But all I could do was give her the information that I had. And that's what I tried to do. And I just like, I don't really know what else that I could do except for things that I did.
Why did you not bring this up in the initial interview?
I'm afraid, like, number one, not only for my personal relationships, but legally, like, I'm talking about things that I didn't know. Like, I don't know. I'm afraid of, like, I don't want to get in trouble. So I did speak to my lawyer, and, they said, I'm reading messages I sent. That's not like I'm making this up. So come for me, like, whatever. Like, I checked it legally, but I'm nervous. Like, I'm still nervous. This sucks. But hey, the truth is the truth. And at the end of the day, like, I don't have any options left. So, like, here's the messages, do whatever. And there's that.
When you gave your answer about the trust and that you did not follow through with signing and becoming the trustee over the trust for Brittany's children, it was still vague. Can you explain why you didn't actually go forward with it?
Well, number one, like, yes, my sister asked me to do that, but I was aware that, like, I didn't really think she was being represented properly by her lawyer. And then also everything.
Y'all, this is like the worst. I'm ready for this to be like over. Like, 38. Okay, we got 5 more minutes. Like, if I wasn't watching this with y'all, my friends, I would have turned this off. I'm just not even gonna lie. She just giving me a whole bunch of nothing. I'm finding the Popcorn Planet. We gonna watch that tomorrow night together too. After he drops it, I'm pulling that now so we can watch the thing together.
Did that time was under the conservatorship. It didn't matter what kind of legal thing was done. So that would mean by me signing something like that, I am doing something under a conservatorship that I don't necessarily trust. So I didn't want to sign anything that connected me to the conservatorship, even with something as like that. I wanted no part.
I want to say, this is gonna literally, Christina Lowe, you gonna give me black woman tears. She about to give me black woman tears. This is a blessing. I never get super chats, y'all. I'm a small content creator. So this was just a big blessing. And I appreciate that, because I just did this just to kiki with y'all. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. Love you. I want to say thank you. Very thankful.
part of the conservatorship. So even signing a trust for the boys, I did not want to agree to it because it was still under the umbrella of the conservatorship. Everything was.
Where are you at now with like moving forward and how you're going to handle your relationship with your sister, and how do you want to handle it?
Well, like I said earlier, like there's two separate things here. There's the relationship I have with me and my sister, and there's this other part where I have the right to defend my name and defend my family, to protect my family. And those can be separate, where I'm saying, like, y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about. Here are the facts. And you want the truth. Here's the truth. And then the separate side is that this is my sister who I know and I love. And when every headline's gone away and everything else is done, I'm still going to be your sister. It doesn't matter. And people need to stop inserting themselves into our situation and egging it on and encouraging it. I mean, I get called everything from like an abuser to a human trafficker. And like, first off, what the hell? And also I've read you.
Yes, it is a need for commentary and reactions, because I watch TV and be texting and bothering everybody, and they don't even want to talk to me about the certain shit that I'm interested in. So that's what YouTube is for. We can all come to the same place. We like the same shit and we talk about it. So that's what we gonna do.
The text messages that I've sent, like where in that text message do you feel like those kinds of names are appropriate to call me? You should be encouraging healing and something to like really be fixed here, because it's very clear that there are people in pain in this situation. It's apparent that it's not a healthy thing for anyone, yet we're egging it on because we love the shit show. And it has to stop, because it's not funny. Like, this is my life. These are people I love. And look what's happened to my family.
Look what has happened to the biggest pop star of almost all time. Since you were 18 for 12 years. So since Zoe 101 went off of TV, Britney Spears has been in control of her life, and now we all grown, and Britney 40 now. All of Britney's 30s. She was able to be 30, flirty, and thriving. And this Ted Cruz mother want to come over here and tell us, it's my family. It's that girl, you live in Louisiana. I got family from Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana twice, actually. My family's from Louisiana. That's why I can say it like that. Louisiana. Nobody is gonna give you a hard time. In Louisiana, people still gonna think that you're a local star girl. So please stop. Imagine Britney, the biggest pop star of all time, who actually has music and things to offer. All you got is 3 seasons for us, babe. I'm done.
All these people have inserted themselves. This one's got a lawyer. That one's got a lawyer. This one's got a friend. This one's got an agent. We need to separate it all and just be a family again, or else we're just going to end up back where we started. And that's not what we want. So next time people just decide to go ahead and have fun on the internet. Oh, it's so funny. No, this is my blood. I'm going to choose her over you every single time. I've sat silently and I've allowed all this crap to happen, but I'm done. Okay, because I have the blood of my children and my wonderful life that I've created, and I'm allowed to defend it. I love my sister. I'm always going to love my sister. But anyone who's encouraging this kind of thing and encouraging this behavior, you are just as guilty as anyone who has been abusive or anything else.
Oh my God, Jamie Lynn said we're just as bad as her and her family. Are we? Oh no, we are just as guilty, Jamie Lynn. I'm sorry I said all this about you the other day. I'm sorry, Jamie Lynn, that I passed all this judgment on you. You guys, let's all DM Jamie Lynn and say sorry. Who's gonna DM her? I'll wait. You guys first. You guys first. You guys apologize first, and then I will. Okay. You guys first, though.
Also, the comments they like to say, like, "What are you doing?" All I want to do is love and support my sister, and end this nonsense. This is ridiculous. Like, the world, just grow up.
How would you, moving forward, like to handle all of this with your sister?
Privately. I don't want to do this anymore. This is embarrassing. I want to do it privately, and I want to go be her sister as I've always been. That's it.
And to everyone that's like, well, you say you want to do it privately, but now you're like going on and you're exposing stuff like this. Like, can you explain to people your reasoning behind speaking up in this capacity?
I
Because
know.
if I don't,
I know everybody was on Alex's ass after this interview. Like her friends, like Alex, like this was a mess. This is a clusterfuck. Like, come on. Alex had to save her show too because this makes no sense. So this is the last important thing I want to hear.
Gonna go on forever and ever.
Privately, but now you're like going on and you're exposing stuff like this. Like, can you explain to people your reasoning behind speaking up in this capacity?
Because if I don't, it's going to go on forever and ever and ever and ever. I just want to shut it down. And guess what? I don't ever want to talk about this ever again. And I won't. Like, that's it. Here are the facts. If you want to believe them, great. If you don't, whatever. These are the facts. You can't work around that. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's the point. It's like, this is just me being pushed to the very end. And
we don't want to talk to you anymore. It would have been better for Jamie Lynn if she just let us make up things in our head and figure out what was going on. I think that would have been better than her talking. Because we kind of was just like, she's foul, but now we really dislike you.
I don't want to keep doing this. So here, take it.
All right. I'm going to get used to getting off mute. We made it through. So that was the interview. Call her daddy, daddy, daddy. We made it through. Thoughts and opinions, y'all already know. Leave them in the comments. Somehow we still in here. I know I'm long-winded. It did. Y'all, this didn't handle nothing. We didn't get nothing out of this. We already know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm working during that time, y'all. I'm an artificial intelligence actress. So I have some deliveries tomorrow, but I will be here tomorrow so we can watch this together if you guys want to, because it is going to be Popcorn Planet is going to do a interview, a world exclusive tomorrow at 1. So I'm thinking maybe like 4 I may get up here and we will watch it together, but I'll create that on my end so you guys can find it. So it is, let me share my screen. So basically, it's this YouTube channel named Popcorn Planet. I do watch some of his stuff. He does similar content to mine. And he is interviewing Jamie Lynn's baby daddy's sister. So when Jamie Lynn was 18 and she had a baby, she's not with her. That's not her husband. So this is the Ashley girl, and she made I think this bursted out on Twitter. So let's watch this together, and then I will come on here and we'll do a reaction and watch this together tomorrow. And I will set it up and make the stream so you guys can see it. But I will most likely probably do it tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay, so let's play this, and then we'll get out of here.
Wants us all to stand up and use our Jamie Lynn Spears wants us all to stand up and use our voices, huh? That is why you wrote the book, right, Jamie Lynn? Well, good. I got a lot of truth to tell about you too, Miss Perfect. Get your PR team ready, little sheltered, spoiled brat, because I'm stepping in now and the lies are gonna come to the light quick. Did that feel good to write, Ashley, to finally get that out of your system?
I've been waiting for so long.
Ooh, child, yo, we getting. She said, "Oh yeah, I've been waiting for so long." Ooh, we getting sent straight down to Louisiana. Now the people of the South don't play. I can't wait to watch this actually.
System?
I've been waiting for so long. Jamie Lynn Spears is a pathological liar. I really thought while, she was staying in the hospital with my brother, that she was upset about the accident. I really thought that she was genuine, but apparently fake crying, that is disgusting.
Brittany labeled her a selfish little brat.
She likes to get her way, and if she doesn't get her way, she gets very, very angry.
Do you feel like Jamie...
Wait, did they pull a knife with Jamie Lynn? Was that Jamie Lynn with a knife? Oh, they say Jamie get violent too, huh?
Do you feel like Jamie is a victim in your eyes?
Oh my goodness, no. It's almost offensive that she thinks that she's really had such a hard life. But you never had to worry about money.
So she's saying
He
there's a
did get
rift
arrested for
between
drugs.
Casey and Maddie. Was there ever a rift between the two of them?
Absolutely not. That's just a lie. That's a whole lie. She can't keep up with her own lies.
I'd be remiss to not talk about, obviously, Casey's issues with, drugs, etc. But did you feel like this was really putting Maddie in danger?
Never. Jamie Lynn, she refused to be any part of his.
Honestly, when you think about it, like drug possession is having drugs on you. I mean, it wasn't like distributing or anything. I know a lot of people who have drugs possession. I mean, it's when you get caught having drugs on you, get caught, you get caught. But I don't think it's that deep, honestly, for that charge.
Process. They basically backed him into a wall to sign his rights over due to money. But the whole time, Jamie Lynn and her husband
Okay, drugs and robbery. All right, we gonna hear it tomorrow. Y'all let me know.
is stealing money.
If you had a chance to speak to Maddie right now,
I would want to say, Maddie, your daddy did not disappear. He did not abandon you. She needs to wake the hell up, and she needs to apologize for what she's done, and she needs to start really thinking about what's best for her kids.
Oh, so she's blasting. So now Jamie Lynn is about to get blasted. Uh-oh, she's keeping the children away from the cheering father. We already know that's a no-go. We already know that's a no-go. All right, so same time, same place. We're gonna watch this tomorrow. Let's get through it.
guys, trust me, you are not going to want to miss this bombshell 2-part interview premiering tomorrow and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Only.
Y'all, we gonna be here, y'all, together all weekend. This is gonna keep unfolding. We're gonna be here watching this stuff until Brittany come out and she do her interview. It's coming, y'all. This is gonna be a good year. This is the good year blimp, baby. All right, y'all. It's your girl. Welcome to China. I am tired. I'm ready to go sit down and watch my Tyler Perry, The Oval. If y'all have never watched Tyler Perry, The Oval, make sure y'all watch it. I want to say thank you to every single person in here in this room. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you for being here. Again, y'all, people have 200,000 subscribers. I am trying to make it to 2,000. So all I need is a thumbs up. Maybe I'm at 2,000 now. Let me look and see. I know I'm probably not at 2,000, but let's see where I'm at. I'm almost there. I'm at 1907. I only need one more, 100 more. So we're going to get there tomorrow, y'all. Make sure you share with a friend. Help your girl out. Hit that notification bell. That is what matters the most. The notification bell, that ding, 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 that bell. So you know when I post. So you'll get the notification like, oh shit, she's here, because it's the weekend. So we're going to watch all this together. And I'll see you guys tomorrow to watch that Popcorn Planet stuff. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody have a blessed, safe night. And if you in the cold, y'all, make sure you like and subscribe, but make sure that you stay warm. I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys